It's so funny how much these people read into everything. This cunt recounted what she did when I did what I did as if it were some sort of Marvel movie, action movie, thriller movie. We know that your job, that what you do, who you are, you're just sprucing it up, right? You're just trying to make all of the events that transpired over those couple of days, you're just trying to make it sound as exciting and as action-packed as possible. We know you don't live that life. You live a boring, mundane life, and you even describe your life that way yourself. You described it as you're a data analyst, which is boring stuff. You just sit at a computer all day. It's pretty much all you do, and then you go to clubs, and whoop-de-doo, you're a consultant, you're a data analyst, you own your own business. Who gives a fuck? Again, I don't care. I don't care about how much status you have. I don't care about how much money you have. I don't care how important you think you are. I'd tell the Queen of England to go fuck herself, and I'd tell you to go fuck yourself too. I don't care who you are. I don't, I have all these material possessions. I just don't care. Okay? I mean, and you're up here on Miss Elite's live stream and you're talking about social justice issues, and then you go ahead and you vote for the Libertarian Party, which it's just, if there's anything that proves you're full of shit, it's that right there, that little anecdote about your voting. Because if you cared about all these social justice issues, you'd vote for the Democrats. You wouldn't vote for the Libertarian Party. The Libertarians are basically just Republicans, but they're pro-weed. They're Republicans, but they like weed. There's not much of a difference between the two. And, it makes sense that, you worship, big corporations getting to do whatever they want and just, the whole, it's a private company, can do what it wants. So that excuse. Okay. But everyone's on social media now, so I don't get it. So if someone's kicked off every social media platform, how are they supposed to get their message out? Because we don't do it the old-fashioned way anymore. People don't go out in the public square and preach anymore. They do it through social media. And of course you worship companies and, these shitholes essentially, which is what they are. They pay you, overworked and underpaid. Of course you'd be involved in that. You probably, who knows? You might even underpay your employees. Who knows? But it's just laughable how superior you think you are when you're not. And you're calling me obsessed, you're calling Aria obsessed. Like, it's obvious that out of all of us, out of the three of us, you are the single most obsessed with this. You are, despite all the shit you claim you've got going on, you still fucked it. You've fucked it up. It's a clusterfuck, and you've still let everyone know that you're obsessed with this, despite all your data analysts and consulting and farming and club going and and you go to raves. Despite all that, you've proved that having a job and, being self-absorbed and thinking you're hot shit and you better everyone, you've proved that despite having that, you're still obsessed with this. More than me, more than Aria. Just virtue of by how much you just run your dick sucker. You just run in your mouth, motor mouth, full steam ahead. A blah 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 blah. A blah 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 blah. And me and me. And you're thinking, you're saying me and Aria plotted this grand scheme over Discord, and we even texted each other. I barely know the guy. I've had less than a handful of interactions with him, just online, and that's been it. I mean, for fuck's sake, I live in Australia. I don't even know the dude. And it's, again, you think this shit is some type of action movie, it's not as quite as spectacular as you're hoping it to be, as you're trying to portray it as. I know you desperately want some excitement in that life of yours. Being a whore isn't enough, but that's not the case. There's no correspondence. There's no secret messages on Discord between me and Aria. You just made that shit up, or you're just overthinking it, or reading too much into it, or that's just your paranoid little mind going like a little hamster on a spinning wheel, going over and over again. Your neurotic, fault-finding, nitpicking, control freak mind of yours.